Legends aren't born, they're made. They're crafted from steel, know-how, and the willingness to get things done. The Hemi engine is that legend. It's the one that started a revolution and made the competition rethink everything they'd ever known. In the mid-1960s, a storm arose and brought with it rain, wind, and thunder that erupted so loudly that it was instantly crowned king. Now, 50 years later, the king has returned to take his rightful place back atop his throne. Dodge recently invited AutoNation to say hello to the new 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and say hello, we did. So we're here in Portland for the release of the 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. Being Portland means rain. Being the Hellcat means 707 horsepower. At a racetrack in the rain? Well, let's just say it's going to be one hell of an interesting day. The thing about the folks at Dodge's SRT division is that while they sometimes look to the past for inspiration, they have their feet planted firmly in the future. The new supercharged Challenger Hellcat is a big leap forward for Dodge, as it represents a major step in the evolution of America's premier muscle car. Right now we're behind the wheel of the 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. It's pouring rain and we've got 707 horsepower. Should be a very, very interesting time. Now, one of the cool parts about this car is that this is a 100% drivable automobile in a whole variety of conditions. I mean, when you think of 707 horsepower, you say, well, it might be unruly, you might want to step out all the time, but the engineers at Dodge have done a wonderful, wonderful job of keeping everything in spec so you don't kill yourself. Due to the inclement conditions at Portland International Raceway, we weren't really able to explore the limits of what is now the most powerful muscle car ever built. Once off track, however, we had a chance to take some time and get better acquainted with the softer side of the mighty Hellcat. So one of the best parts about this car is, well, not only the quality of the interior, but the ergonomic layout. You know, everything in this car is where you'd expect it to be. You've got your hand on the shifter, the hand on the wheel. If you want to do the AC, if you want to change the radio, it's exactly where you would think it would be. It's very intuitive. After a day of driving, it was finally time to put the Challenger up on the lift and explore the underpinnings of what is now the most powerful muscle car ever produced. Right away, you're going to notice some really cool bits about this thing. First off, you have these crazy dual intakes for the supercharger up top. That's straight out of the 1960s, okay? Moving down, you've got a massive intercooler, you've got an oil cooler, a tranny cooler, and moving backwards under the front end, this has all been shielded off for enhanced aerodynamics. Looking at the front wheels, the shocks, you've got these big Bilstein shocks with remote reservoirs. You know, Dodge has done a lot to make this car handle, and it shows. They didn't want to just come out and say, okay, we built another Challenger. They wanted to come out and say, we built the Challenger. After a fantastic, albeit wet day with the 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat, we here at AutoNation came away with two thoughts. One, there's a new king in town. And two, we hope his reign lasts a long, long time.